Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's feeling good and great and that you had a great weekend and all that. Okay, so look, we just gotta go on and face the shit. Let me just go on and just go on and just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And also just for somebody else who's on the verge of doing something and you may not get the outcome that you come, like, this is some positive reinforcement. Now I did have my seductive art workshop and no one bought a ticket. No one bought a ticket. Did it hurt? Yeah, it hurt. I had to get a hug from my son. I said, I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to keep on going. Like, that's just, never stopping, never giving up. I don't know how that song go. I just got all off key with that. But, yeah. So that was that. So, and I'm saying that to say, like, like what I just said, never stop, never give it up. That's for anybody who's out here who's have something they're trying to put out to the world and to the masses, and you may not get the outcome that you wanted when you do some things, or you put all this work in and then empty, it's flat. It happens. But bitch, keep on going. But anyway, I hope y'all had a great weekend and all that great shit. Be grateful and all that. You already know what time it is. Y'all hoes gonna learn about me. Y'all bitches gonna learn about me. Y'all hoes and your bitches and your lame ass niggas, motherfuckers gonna learn about me. Y'all hoes gonna learn about me. Y'all bitches gonna learn about me. Y'all hoes and your bitches and your lame ass niggas, motherfuckers gonna learn about me. Me. Music playing. Cause I'm the shit and I'm that bitch that none of you bitches can fuck with. So that's why you bitches be hating. And that's why you niggas be hating. Cause I'm on chrome, my money long. I stay on top of my game and that's for sure. So that's why you bitches be hating. And that's why you niggas be hating. So anyway, y'all know how I do it. I just jump right into it. So, oh my God, when I watch this, and mind you, there's tons and tons of stories like Miss Pat's. Miss Pat was just on Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay just keep breaking the motherfucking internet. Do your thing. I used to call him Club Gay Gay. I did, because I was like, Shay Shay, your big 6,000 feet tall, 3,000 pound, all muscle ass motherfucker Club Shay Shay. Anyway, he doing his motherfucking thing. And Miss Pat was on there, and she was talking about, her life and growing up. And I don't know if everybody have heard it. I didn't hear it as intense as she was on Club Shay Shay, but it's a lot of shit that this is her story is not the only story that I've heard like this. There's so many stories that's equal to what she went through. And when you have self-hatred like within yourself, and also especially as like a black woman, and you dealing with a black woman, and her mother was born in 1930s, and then she had these children, and our beauty, that's why I said we need to talk about our beauty. Our beauty is never at the forefront, although people would emulate our beauty, but yet the black woman's beauty is like way in the back. You understand what I'm saying? Or not even mentioned at all. You know what I'm saying? You call ugly, your hair nappy, all these negative fucking words. You know what I'm saying? Black. All this it's insane. It's insane, the generational motherfucking trauma that black people, my people, continue to go through. So my heart definitely went out to Miss Pat. Yo, I was just like, oh my God. Like, but with the right people around you, and you doing the right thing, and you having your mind on straight, and you going after the shit that you want to go after, then bang, there you go, Miss Pat. And I mean, it can happen to anyone, but her story was very, very tragic. And so let's go on and listen to Miss Pat as she tells her story, a couple of her stories. So just listen up.
Yeah. Did you tell her about it? Yeah, and she didn't want to hear it. Because my mama boyfriend took care of us. Okay. Like she paid her. He had a wife, okay, but he come over every day and he bought food, and he bought my mama beer, he bought her weed, and he helped her pay her little rent in her little efficiency house where we lived at. Okay. So, I kind of feel like my mom was like, well, I had to give him something more than just me. So she looked the other way. That's what cause when we try to tell her, shut the hell up, don't nobody want to hear that. And we never said it again. And he did it many times. Me and my sister. He slept with, it was both of you guys? Yeah, he touched both of us. Mm-hmm. Man. Is that where the resentment really started from that moment when you tried to explain to your mom what was going on and she turned a blind eye? Well, this was before my kid's father. He molested us before I met my kid's father. Right. But it was just a whole lot of other stuff, that I saw as a kid. Like my mama would let my sister go up the hill with this older guy. And my sister would be like, I'm not lying. I think my sister was probably 8 because we 2 years apart. So maybe she was no longer older than 10. She was like, that's my boyfriend. And I couldn't understand it because that man was old as fuck. And he would take up the hill and bring her back. And as I got older and I started putting 2 and 2 together, I was like, my mama was letting that man mess with her. And she didn't try with me because I was really rebellious. I was like, I'm not doing that. I can tell. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm tired of getting my ass again.
Wow. So as y'all heard that story, her mother had a boyfriend who was married who used to come over to, well, no, was this her boyfriend? Yeah, her mother's boyfriend used to come over to the house and he was messing with both of them. The daughter and the mother. I mean, Miss Pat and her sister, and also probably fucking the mama too, because that was her boyfriend, whatever. And he was married, and this motherfucker was a pedophile. See, ladies, let me tell you something. Just because you married to a man, do not mean that you know this motherfucker. It does not mean you know this motherfucker. When it comes to desires, you don't know really what nobody desires is because motherfuckers don't want to talk about that shit. Motherfuckers keep that shit on the low. And I guess like in children, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you marry somebody, this was somebody else's husband. He was like a father and a husband to a whole family, but he was cheating with Miss Pat's mother and also fucking on her motherfucking children or playing around, doing some sexual shit, some pedophile shit. Y'all just be, yo, this shit makes my head hurt. I swear to God, every time my head. And then on top of that, she also said that her this man was taking her 8-year-old sister somewhere up a hill and then bringing her back down. And the little girl, in her mind as a little girl, right, saying that this old ass man was her boyfriend. God knows what he was doing to that little girl. Sexually. And he definitely was touching her. Ain't no if, no ands, no buts. No ifs, no ands, no. And this ain't the first story that I've heard. Like, there's so many stories, like, because the trauma just keep on going and going. Once it didn't happen to you, and then it happened to you, and if you don't break it, and then you will let that shit continue to happen when you have children to happen to your children. Because, like, this in your minds, I guess, in your mind, like, you like, this is how this shit goes. So this is what it is. And this is how we gonna move this shit. When we gonna stop this? When y'all gonna stop these curses and shit? This shit has to stop. Like, we can't continue to let motherfuckers do this shit like that. And thinking that it's cool and it's okay and that, it's like, what? The sexual trauma that people experience, then they also put it onto their fucking children. And if the child doesn't grow up and realize, like, it's like, be powerful in their own mind, to be like, no, this ain't right. I'm not going to let this continue to happen to me, and I'm not going to let it happen to someone else, to my children or any other child that's around me. Because if not, it's just going to continue to happen like that. Because there's a lot of sick and sad motherfuckers out in this world. And who knows, like, with the man, I don't know where someone's motherfucking desire come from. Especially like a man who loved children. Like, I was assuming that maybe, because, they say hurt people, and maybe he was also played with or something. No one knows the man's fucking story. But who gives a fuck about you at this point when you a whole grown-ass man and you fucking on a fucking kid? You need to be beep, 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 beep. I'm beeping myself. You understand what I'm saying? Like this shit is, man. We can't keep going on in this nature, or this shit would never stop. And if it just so happen to be somebody who may be watching this video who have experienced something like that, ain't no way in the fuck when you get a boyfriend or a husband or something, how you can't keep your eyes on your motherfucking children. Let me tell y'all a motherfucking story. Y'all know my mama just fucking transitioned, right? I don't even know how long it's been, but my mother had just recently transitioned. And I remember her telling me a story as a, I just remember her, I don't know if I was a kid or whatnot, but she had told me that, because she had like a lot of brothers and sisters, like, and she was the eldest girl, so she took care of all her brothers and sisters. She said she's always been a mother. You know, my mother was born in 1946, so my grandmother was probably born in the teens or something, 1910 or something like that. So, you know, so our family structure was already like just dismantled, because since we came in contact with these Caucasians. So, so there was no real understanding of a family, because our shit was broken. So my mother said she had to take care of her brothers and sisters. So my grandmother had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend was trying to mess with my mother's little sister. My mother intervened, and then I think she said she seen him somewhere else, and he pulled a gun on her or something. Like she's always been fighting, and I'm grateful to my mother that ain't nothing like that should ever happen to me. Because you have to keep your eyes on your children, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. You have to keep your eyes on your motherfucking children. And not only that, because sometimes your eyes isn't on your children when you sending your children off to school or wherever the fuck. You hope and pray that the people that are in these positions are in these positions because they want to be there to help these children and help these children grow and become productive citizens. Pray to God. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that's in the school system that are not. That are not. They are not. That's why having conversation with your children early, like when I told you about when they a kid, anybody make you feel like this, like you always let me know. And you have to also tell them your position. I don't give a fuck about what somebody said that they gonna kill me or nothing. Then you have to let them know that, let your children know that you are their protector, that you are the parent. Like my job is to protect you. So once you already have that in their head and you got conversation going, and not only you just talking, you also let them talk. Like, so what you think about that? Me as being your parent. Do you believe I'm your protector? You believe I love you? Like you. These are the type of these are the type of motherfucking conversations that we have to have with our children. And I know, like, and also, like, oh man, listen, especially like, you know, unfortunately, like if somebody is living in a different state and their parents and their family isn't in the state, you know, because you done ventured out and now you have a child, you don't have no family, and you have to have a babysitter. And some of them motherfuckers ain't well. Just because somebody smile up in your motherfucking face, that's just a motherfucker smiling up in your motherfucking face. That's why having conversations with your children is so important. But let's continue on with Miss Pat.
His father, he said, well, your mind and body wasn't 12. When I said, why did you sleep with me? I was 12 years old. He said, well, your mind and body wasn't 12. So I knew then I had to forgive him so I could move on. And people always like, you know, I tell these stories with a smile on my face. Well, what am I going to do? I'm going to cry? Right. What am I going to cry for? To hold that kind of resentment all those years. Yeah, I'm remember okay. You say, Miss Pat, there can never be.
So now she's talking about like when she met this 20-something-year-old that when she was 12. Did y'all hear the words? 12 years old. He's 20-something. She's 12. And you know what? The most disgusting conversation I ever had with somebody is that they were like, you know, when a girl have her menstrual, then, you know, then it's okay for her to like she's ready sexually. That does not motherfucking mean that, honey. There is stages to this life. Stages to this life. She's at the very beginning of a young girl coming into womanhood. Just because you have your period, you are not a woman. That does not fucking mean that shit. But she said this motherfucker, she met him with like disgust, and then her mother. So she said her mom also experienced the same shit. Like she experienced a pedophile fucking with her. So she didn't so that didn't seem odd to her. And also, let's not escape this point, is that her mother also seemed to not have any dreams. I don't give a fuck how long it's, you know how long I've been on my motherfucking journey with fashion and with seductive art, bitch. Hunty. The dream is still there. Like, you gotta have you a dream. If you don't have that, and not only a dream, it has to be here, but you also have to execute something. Just because it's here, that's great, because that's where it all starts. It starts right here. But then you have to execute some shit. So when you don't have that, then you kind of just on this world, on this earth, just like surviving. And I don't believe that we are meant to be on this earth just to survive. We are here to live. And through living, you live through your dreams. You have to put forth effort towards your dreams. And unfortunately, her mother didn't have any or anyone to help her along the way with her dreams or her aspirations and just positive energy. And it's so fucked up. It's super fucked up. And it's heartbreaking to hear. You know? Also, she has one more story. Y'all check this out.
13, first kid at 14, had another kid by the time you were 15, dropped out of school. And I had an abortion when I was 16. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, by a married man. Huh? By a married man. Oh, Miss Pat. What? I mean, so he was married, so I'm let's just say for the sake of I don't know how old he is. I'm going to assume he's probably in his mid-20s, maybe late 20s. He was in his early 20s, and I was 12 when I met him. Did your mom know about this guy? She didn't care. It happened to her. You know, each one teach one. So it happened to her. So, you know, nobody protected her, so how did she know how to protect me?
So then she's confronting her this pedophile who she wound up having children with. I think those were her first two. And she said as years goes on, she asked him, you know, why did you have sex with me at 12 years old? And he said, did y'all hear what the fuck he said? She said he said that because your body and your mind wasn't 12. Bitch. Oh, God. But luckily for her, because he should have been beep. You know what I'm saying? Like, immediately. But she said she had to forgive him. And also, you do have to learn how to forgive people. And like, let shit roll off your motherfucking back. Well, it's been, you know, years have passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother always, did she say time will heal all wounds? Yeah, that's what she used to say. Time will heal all wounds. Now she's a grown woman. And I'm assuming, she know that this man was a sick individual. To have sex, you a grown-ass man having sex with a motherfucking 12-year-old. But thank God for her that you know that she has God on her side. And that she was able to forgive him. Because you can't walk around with hate in your heart. Y'all think about the motherfucker. You know I be thinking about like racism. Racists. You racist. Like, especially racist towards like black people. And there's so many people who just be hating on black people because they already know that we them ones, and it make you mad. You know, look, take that up with God. And it's also called self-confidence. So back to the point. The point is that how can you hate somebody that you don't even motherfucking know? Like, it doesn't even make no motherfucking sense. So that hatred is sitting inside of you For no fucking reason. Like you just what the fuck is wrong with you? But I'm glad for, and I just want to make that point. But also with Miss Pat, that she was able to forgive him. And not only that, she also have children with this man. So I guess, so you definitely have, but forgiving is a great thing because you letting go. You let go, you let God. Like for real, you let go, you let God. Not to say you don't need to put a motherfucker in their place, because when it's time for it, when time for it, you can put a motherfucker in their place. But you gotta let go and you gotta let God. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm super proud of her for being able to do that, because it will ruin you in the inside. And I was saying that, comparing that to like somebody who was a racist. Like they just have so much hatred and you just look at the people you just look like they got it all in their face. Like it's a part of, like, bitch, I see it. Like it's all in you, and they always look ugly. Your appearance is ugly, bitch. But maybe that's how you want to look. So anyway, but shout out to Miss Pat for forgiving this nasty ass scumbag of a so-called human being. But then again, let's also think about this. That shit could have happened to him. We don't really know. Or it could have that, or he could have not known that as a grown man, although you may see a little girl that looks cute to you, that you can't take it no further than that. Why? Because she a little girl. These are things that we have to have conversation, but you bitches don't want to come to my sister anyway. These are the type of fucking conversations that we have to have. They have to be put in play. So anyway, let's continue on.
To me, she's about your complexion. She had real wavy hair. Before she got on drugs, she was just drop dead gorgeous. And my mom used to always call me ugly ass. You ugly ass. Really? And I never thought that I looked like anything, because my whole life I was told I was ugly. And then coming up through puberty, I had really bad acne that nobody did anything about. Mm-hmm. So when I met this 20-something-year-old man and he finally said the magic words, "I love you," I fell for it, because my whole life I was told I was ugly.
Okay, it's important. I say this shit all the time. And that is like with your children, you have to always encourage them. They're yours. They came from you. You don't think that your children are beautiful? We're not talking about what so-called the society or Caucasian version of what beauty is. We talking about you and your fucking children that you made, that came from your testicles, came from your ovaries, that they are beautiful, that they are capable. Now, all relationship, any relationship ain't good, but you should still always have that in their head. We have to tell them these things, because that's when you look at all these bitches who getting these motherfucking BBLs and all this old stupid ass shit that they doing to their body, because clearly ain't nobody told you so. Or you looking at a whole bunch of other bitches and you feel like you need to look like that in order to be something. And yeah, it's hurtful to hear that her mother talked to her like that, called her ugly, and that her hair was nappy. That's another thing too. Don't ever. Somebody call my hair nappy, or then you gonna get a series of motherfucking tongue lashing. It's gonna be every time I motherfucking see you, I'm cutting your ass up with my motherfucking tongue. How dare you? No, bitch, the hair is natural, honey. And then you look at Miss Pat to this day, like she wear a wig. Hair probably natural underneath that piece. Like a lot of black women. Then it make me think, because she was fanning out of Glorilla, because I love Glorilla. Y'all know I call her Glorilla my daughter. Glorilla, her hair was natural, nice and big. She took it out, took the cornrows out. She wear wigs. I get it, because she's a performer, okay? But then it was nice and big, and she gonna say, yo, she gotta put a perm in her hair? Why? Why? Because she don't see the beauty in that shit. And black beauty. And you in your natural fucking state. How can you not? But that's years and years of trauma, bitches. That's why we had these conversations, ladies. We do. And I hate that she did that to Miss Pat. But No, she's a warrior, and she met somebody who like. But anyway, we'll get to that point. So let's continue on.
Grandma biscuit. And they used to have these biscuits called cat head biscuits. Okay. And he would buy sausage and biscuit. I'm quite sure it was like $1 back then. But that was a lot of money. My stepdad was a mechanic. And he would take us there and he would set us in Grandma biscuit, me and my sister, at 5 o'clock in the morning. He would never eat. He would buy us the biscuit. He would drink a cup of coffee. And that was, when him and my mama broke up, that was one of the things I missed the most. That father figure, getting us up at 5 o'clock and doing the things that I was used to do. So that's a big memory for me. Did you stay in contact with him after they separated? Yeah, he used to come over and drop off school clothes and stuff like that. And, he still, actually, when he died, I helped bury him.
So at least her mother did have one boyfriend that was like a father figure for her. Because all men aren't fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying? And she said the man, y'all heard he was a mechanic, and back then, like, shit was $1. And she said all he drank was coffee, but he got them girls something to eat. They ate a biscuit for $1, and he drank his coffee, and he never ate. And then when his mother broke up, he still came around. You know what I'm saying? I guess he could see that the mother wasn't right. You ain't right. You need some help, bitch. And he was able to step in. Because God will always send you somebody to help you. Like, for real. In some way, some form. In some way. And I'm glad that Miss Pat had that experience with this man. Because she said that he was like a father figure to her. And it gave her a sense of family. Because she didn't have it with her mom. Because her mom was fucked up. If y'all go back and watch the whole shit, her mother was an alcoholic and she cried about men all day. Or about some man who left her. You know why? Because, bitch, you ain't had no dreams. Bitch, when you ain't got no dream, your ass will always be sitting there. You'll be stumped in whatever stump that you stumped in. And that's what her mother was, unfortunately. But then if you think even back then, it was a lot of black people's minds and life was just like tormented by racism, by you feeling less than, and our families being destroyed. So it's kind of, now mind you, black people have done great things, but I'm just saying. Miss Pat's story, wow. But I'm grateful for that man, and she said she did bury, and she did him right when he passed away, and may God bless the whole situation. I'm glad that he gave that to Pat and her sister to be able to have a sense of normalcy, some sense of normalcy, of family, and that man gave. Shout out to him. She said his name, but shout out to him. When I shot the Miss Pat show in LA, and my husband came, and my husband went through a lot with my comedian career, because I had no money. I was not making no money. He man working at General Motors. He don't understand a dream. Take care of black ass to work. His daddy worked for the city of Atlanta his whole life. His brother didn't work. Well, I've been a hustler. Right. I'm out here doing comedy, ain't making no money. He's like, are you damn crazy? And I told my husband, I said, one day I'm gonna get a TV show. And he was like, yeah, what the ever. And when he came to LA, and he saw me shoot the Miss Pat show, and at the end of the second shoot, I thanked everybody for helping me put the show together. And I looked up at my husband and I said, thank you for allowing me to max out your credit card. Thank you. Because, I tore his ass up. I was stealing them and everything. Thank you for watching these kids. Not only my kids that wasn't yours, the 2 I had by you and my sister 4 kids. Thank you for allowing me to put 6 kids in your life instantly and be there for me. Thank you for saying no, but not really saying no. And my husband bust out crying. And that's the only time I ever seen him cry. Because I knew he was proud of me. Okay, so we're going to leave on this note. Because y'all really have to go and watch the entire thing. Because we'll be in here all day. She talked about, as you can see, she thanked her husband. And, and he was a good man. Just like this man was her father, that was her father figure. Or whatnot. And then luckily she met her a good man who wasn't like, you know, fucking around with the girls and not like was a man, knowing that I'm a man, like I'm a man to these, although some of them children wasn't his children. You know what I'm saying? He know not to. Some motherfuckers will be like, oh, because they ain't my children, they're still trying to do some nasty shit. Because I don't know what the fuck going on with motherfuckers. Motherfuckers have been tampered with before. So thank God for him and her and their relationship and the bond that they have together. And he supported her throughout her shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard to believe somebody when there ain't nothing coming in. It is kind of hard to believe motherfucker when the money ain't coming in. All you got is that dream, though. But you got to keep that dream alive, and you got to continue to go after it. And what she did, and look at her outcome. And I want to leave with this because I also want to say that there are great men out there. I'm also a product of one. My mother met a man when she was pregnant with me. She already had my older sister. And when she met him, I don't know. Well, clearly my mama got bad bitch energy because she scooped the motherfucker when she was pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? To scoop them. And this is the man that I know that I call my dad. He was a good man. Because there's some good men out there. Everybody don't want to fuck on your children. But you have to always keep your eyes on it, and you always have to have these conversations. We cannot be going through this world without talking to your children about sex and human sexual behavior. We cannot. Especially with all this gay shit that's going on. Now, I'm just saying, motherfuckers, like... Yo, her story, she have an extraordinary... story, and I was in awe, just soaking it all up. I was listening to this motherfucker, looking at it and eating popcorn at the same time. Like, you know, I even gave Miss Pat, bitch. I did give you one of my hoodies. I know you a big old bitch. I gave her like I think it was 3X or a 4X, and you know, she never wore it. She don't know real nice. She don't know what it. You know what I'm saying? I went to her. This was during the COVID shit. So they was opening up a little bit. You know, I ain't get the shot. So I was trying to sneak in and all that sort of shit. Like, you know, whatever. Hey, whatever, yeah. But, yeah. But shouts out to Miss Pat. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole shit. And pedophilia is a real thing. And y'all just can't be leaving y'all children with people. You just can't. You can't. Like, just right off the bat, like, no. You cannot. I mean, sometimes you have to, but it's not like somebody like just a whole... You know, I remember one time, let me tell y'all this. This is some real shit. Yo, this really fucking... It was this lady. She was a crackhead who lived on the block that I lived in. Me and her would talk. One time I seen her crying because I'm a compassionate fucking person. I went up to her and I was like, what's wrong? She was like, you don't fucking know me like that. And I was just like, okay, like angry woman, you know, in my mind. I just walked away like, okay, if somebody come to you and being compassionate with you, okay, well, fuck it. But then, you know, we were speaking before I saw her crying. But then when I saw her, you know, then I saw her crying, then she reacted that way, so whatever. So years go by, whatever, she wound up pregnant, had a baby. So one day, she's still a crackhead. She came to me and said, could you watch my baby? I'm looking at this bitch like, what? Bitch, you don't even, just like she told me when she was crying years prior, bitch, you don't even know me. How you gonna ask me to watch your baby? She was like, no. Then she gonna say, no, I know you a good person, which is true, I am. And she had a baby, and I just watched her. Like, that shit was like, it was even weird for me because I don't have no connection with the child. Like, I'm not the babysitter, I'm not the nanny, I'm not a teacher, I'm not teaching the child. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, because I know that in her situation, I was like, let me take this baby because who knows where she gonna leave this baby with. You know, and luckily and her daughter, that girl, she had a little girl. That baby got to be in her 20s right now. Damn, no, that baby, hell no, that baby probably, my son 20, her baby probably 30-something years old. I wonder where is that baby at right now? Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Get your life together. That don't mean that you have to have like boatloads of money, you know. I mean, although everybody do want to live comfortable, that is the plan, to have some financial freedom. Like, there's always work on your finances, you know what I'm saying? But that dream, you have to keep that dream going regardless to what. If you believe, you have to believe and you have to execute. Believe and execute. It's unfortunate for Miss Pat's mother because she didn't have that. She didn't have nobody in her life to tell her, like, yo. And just like Miss Pat's husband, she said her husband told her she's smart. Just somebody telling you that. Words are powerful, especially positive words. Once you get older, like, somebody says some negative shit, you let that shit roll off your back because, bitch, you know that ain't even you. That's you. You saying that to yourself. You just saying it to me, but actually you saying it to yourself because that's how you really feel about yourself. It ain't got shit to do with me. I'm talking about if you have an argument with somebody on the street and they say some negative shit, you can't let that shit get to you because, bitch, you don't even motherfucking know me. So what you saying is you saying that shit about yourself because that's who you are, because you don't even know me. So you can't let, like, once you get older, you realize that, you learn how to dissect people and let that shit roll off. But when somebody being nice and kind and genuine, you take that all in and you allow that to saturate your spirit, because it's important to have that. So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole thing, and I would definitely suggest if you haven't watched it, it's been 1,000,002 people that have watched. Well, it's been like, I don't know how many. 1.2 million people have watched it, and I'm sure it's gonna continue to go up. It's crazy. She has a great story. So I encourage you to go watch it on Club Shay Shay. But let me know what y'all think. And y'all know my name is Real. I'm an intimacy coach / seductress with the service called Seductive ArT. And my next Seductive ArT workshop will be happening in February. Once I secure the spot, I will let y'all know when, where, time, price, all that shit. And I hope to see you there. I'm also an author. The title of my book is called Quickie is 7 Short Erotic Stories. Read while you fuck while you read. As well as I'm a designer. Then my brand is Real Nice Bar Real. Designer / fashion architect. That's just a fancy word for stylist. And I'm going to have some hoodies and some crop top tees coming real. So I'm going to let y'all know where y'all can purchase that and where y'all will see them at and all that. Just keep y'all abreast of that. And if I resonate with you, which I hope I do, I'll click that. I would appreciate that. We'll try to get the numbers up around here from 1,000 to 10,000, 20,000 to 100K to 1,000,000. Let's keep it popping. I'd appreciate it if you do that. And also, y'all know how we lead this motherfucker. Be confident, be loving, be kind, be humble, be grateful, be peace, be genuine, be focused, be ambitious, be a part of your community, be outspoken, be honest, be a great listener, be a great friend, be all these great things, right? All these great things. All we talk about is pursuing the energies of the Most High. And in the midst of you doing all of these great things, don't you ever fold, don't you think twice, don't peep around the corner. And that is, you always be you. Because God made you perfect just as you are. Until we meet again, y'all have a great night.